We have Team Virgin, Airborne, Flying Tiger, and Pier 57. 10 Supercats waiting for the green. And we've got a green flag now in race number 3 in this Cleveland Offshore Grand Prix. Supercats all off to a great start. With drambuie on ice on the inside, Cat Can Do, WHM, JEM, Tommy Bahama, IGA, Team Virgin, Airborne, got Flying Tiger and Pier 57, but drambuie on ice on the inside now, picking up some speed and also picking up some room going to the immediate lead. Drambuie on ice with Cat Can Do, WHM, Tommy Bahama, and Team Virgin right behind. Everyone off to a great start here in the early moments of race number 3. These Supercats are really moving. They're just pulling away from our helicopter. Hard to keep up. Drambuie, Cat Can Do, WHM, Tommy Bahama, Team Virgin, they're in the mix. Rest of the competitors not far behind. Drambuie on ice, your early leader. Let's go on board now. Drambuie on ice. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson on board. Boat owners are Gary Montano and Randy Hartman. World and national champions, Drambuie on ice. John Tomlinson, the owner of TNT Custom Marine. This boat took a first place in Daytona, second in Marathon, first at Cape Cod, and first in Savannah, first in national points currently. This boat powered by Sterling. It's a 40-foot marine technology, same size as Tommy Bahama, 40-foot MTI. A brand new boat for Drambuie on ice for this race. Marine technology, 40-footer. Tommy Bahama there on the right side. Rear shot. Our helicopter pilot, Mr. Nicholas McMahon from McMahon Helicopter Services, always does a fine job for us. Nick McMahon. Cat Can Do on the left side. Bahama, Drambuie on ice, and Team Virgin. Here in race number 3. And there they are. Tommy Bahama, Drambuie, and Team Virgin. All right, there is Tommy Bahama, 40-foot MTI, marine technology. Paul and Mark Nemshoff aboard, driver and throttleman there from Wisconsin. Nemshoff Cannery Motors. Tommy Bahama took a second place at Cape Cod, a first in Savannah, currently in third place in the national point standings. And this weekend, this boat set the world kilo record in Supercat at 136.975 miles per hour. Tommy Bahama. All right, there are 2 more now, 40-foot MTIs. We've got Team Virgin on the outside, Drambuie on ice on the inside. Team Virgin, we've got Todd Clinworth and Tress Martin, and aboard Drambuie on ice is Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson. A battle here in Supercat. Drambuie on ice, of course, in first in national point standings in Supercat. Gary Montano and Randy Hartman, the owners of Drambuie on ice. Drambuie is powered by Sterling. Team Virgin powered by Mercury. Battle in Supercat. Team Virgin took a third place in Marathon earlier this year. Right now, Tommy Bahama, your leader. And Drambuie and Team Virgin, all MTIs. Onboard drambuie on ice. With Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson, driver and throttle man. They're from Florida. Tommy Bahama up ahead on the right side. Factory helicopter shot, Team Virgin and drambuie on ice. Many spectator boats in the background. Here's Tommy Bahama, your leader. Rear shot. Onboard drambuie on ice. There's Team Virgin on the left. Tommy Bahama in first place, then drambuie and Team Virgin, 1, 2, and 3. Tommy Bahama, your leader, as we see the Cleveland skyline in the background. And of course, the Cleveland Browns Stadium. Drambuie on ice. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson. And there they are, 1, 2, and 3. Tommy Bahama, drambuie, and Team Virgin. Beautiful day here in Cleveland and fairly calm waters for this race. Race number 3, the finale. Cleveland Offshore Grand Prix. Right there we see some of the Cleveland skyline, of course, some of the dry pit area. Highly competitive racing, great racing here in Cleveland for these 3 races on this 5th stop on the APBA Pro Tour. Of course, we go to Corpus Christi, Texas after this. There you see some of the fans who've enjoyed the racing. Great weather. The waters were fairly calm and flat, making for fast racing. There is the Cleveland Browns Stadium, where, of course, the Cleveland Browns football team plays. More fans. A tremendous end to race number 3, and of course this event here this weekend in Cleveland, Ohio on Lake Erie. Here's Tommy Bahama, of course, your winner in Super Cat, and there's Team Virgin in second place in Super Cat. Okay, here's a rundown in Super Cat. We just saw Tommy Bahama in first place, followed by Team Virgin and Drambuie on ice in third. A battle between Team Virgin and Drambuie that Team Virgin came out on top in second place. Tommy Bahama, of course, getting the checkered flag in Super Cat. In Super Cat Light inboard, we just saw Dirty Duck, followed by How Sweet It Is in second, and Liquid Metal in third. Dirty Duck is your winner, number 1 in Super Cat Light inboard. Dirty Duck. In Super Cat Light outboard, Snake Man Racing is on top. Got a first place, followed by Critical Lift in second, and Money Shot in third place. Snake Man Racing, checkered flag in Super Cat Light outboard. So those are your final results for this last race here in Cleveland. All right, now here are your national point standings for the 3 respective classes. First off, in Super Cat, it's Drambuie on ice, followed by WHM Motorsports, Tommy Bahama in third, and DeSantis Chevrolet in fourth. Now, Drambuie on ice has 567 points, WHM 546, and Tommy Bahama 534. There you can see they're all fairly close, so it could go down right to the wire in the next race here for the national point standings in Super Cat. In Super Cat Light inboard, it's In Motion again, followed by How Sweet It Is, Dirty Duck in third, and Liquid Metal. Again, we have a situation here in this class. In Motion again, 549, How Sweet It Is, 535. And Dirty Duck 533. Again, very close, 1 through 3rd place. Could go down to the wire in the next race. And finally, in Super Cat Light outboard triple, Snake Man Racing in first place, followed by Critical Lift, Money Shot in third, and Flowmaster in fourth. Now, very close between Snake Man Racing and Critical Lift. Snake Man Racing with 549 points, Critical Lift with 548. So there you know the next race will tell the story going down to the wire in Super Cat Light outboard triple. So those are your national point standings after Cleveland in these respective classes. So we've had great racing, highly competitive racing here in Cleveland, but most of all, safe racing. Now, before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating a fine event. Also, Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Our helicopter pilot, Mr. Nick McMahon, for his fine services here in Cleveland. Also, we'd like to have you visit our new website, www.freezeframevideo.net. And also, we'd like to tell you that all races are available on DVD as well as the VHS format. So, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Cleveland, Ohio. See you at the next APBA race in Corpus Christi, Texas. Bye, everyone. We're going 15 laps for the Super Cat and 11 laps for Super Cat Light Inboard. It is a 5-mile course. All right, we're going with the Super Cat start as the boats begin to line up. They're following the pace boat. We've got Cat Can Do, Airborne, Tommy Bahama, Hidden Agenda, Drambuie on Ice, WHM, Team Virgin, and DeSantis Chevrolet. Just a few moments from the beginning of this race, waiting for the green. Boats picking up speed now. And we've got a green flag here in race number 3 of these 2002 APBA World Championships in Key West. And it's Drambuie on Ice, Cat Can Do, Tommy Bahama, and DeSantis with Hidden Agenda and WHM Motorsports in the mix. All right, coming up in the middle, there's Team Virgin and Brianski. Team Virgin and Brianski as we go back to the leaders. Drambuie on Ice, Cat Can Do, Tommy Bahama, DeSantis. They're all there. So as we look now, there's Drambuie, DeSantis, WHM Motorsports, and Cat Can Do in the early moments of this race. Drambuie, DeSantis, WHM, and Cat Can Do. Drambuie on Ice, your leader. On board Drambuie on Ice. With a rear shot. Drambuie on Ice, a 40-foot skater. Sterling powered 2 750 horsepower inboards. Hugh Fuller's the driver. John Tomlinson's the throttle man. They're both from Florida. Hugh from Clearwater, John from Miami. They are your 2002 national champions. Owners are Gary Montano and Randy Hartman. DeSantis Chevrolet on the left side as we look back. WHM Motorsports on the right. As we go around the turn, Drambuie, Cat Can Do, WHM, and DeSantis. Drambuie and WHM Motorsports pulling out ahead. Drambuie on Ice is your leader. Round the turn, there's Drambuie. Number 1 in Super Cat. Drambuie on Ice driver Hugh Fuller, throttle man John Tomlinson. They are your 2002 national champions in Super Cat. The owners, of course, Gary Montano and Randy Hartman. Nice jump there by Drambuie on Ice. No problem. John Tomlinson, the